Good morning, everybody. It's Jonathan of Internet Future here, and I've just made myself a nice fresh cup of Guatemalan coffee. Let me know in the comments what you are drinking today. Let me just sort out the lighting situation a second. There we go. That's much. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Cool. So here to talk to you about Twitter listening today on social. Today, what we do is pick a social media theme for the week, or you pick a social media theme for the week. So a viewer last week suggested best practice on Twitter. So all this week I've been giving you some good Twitter stuff, and we looked at strategy on Monday. And yesterday we looked at content, what you can put in tweets, some ideas for that. And today we're looking at Twitter listening. So, social media is all about social. If you use social media, you want someone to follow you, you should follow them in real life. Yeah, absolutely. Although I kind of like, thanks for that, Adam, although I sort of beg to differ with you a little bit on the follow in real life. I would actually stalk them. Yeah, I would actually say that social media is real life. Yeah, it is digital, but I'm not so sure about the virtual. It has a massive impact. It's just not even a massive impact. It is part of real life. You know, I'm talking to you guys here, you talking to me in the comments. Why is that not real? It's just as real as if we were having a face-to-face conversation. It's just in a different format. Okay, so indeed you can. Okay, so listening, very important. Social media is all about conversations. So if you are having a conversation with your audience on Twitter and your potential customers, really important to listen. And of all the social networks, Twitter is definitely one of the better ones for listening. So what do I mean by this? So another term would be perhaps monitoring, but that sounds a bit sinister, so we'll stick with the listening. And there's a number of things that you can listen for. So you can listen for conversations that you want to join out there on Twitter. So, for example, if perhaps you own a shop, then you might want to listen what local people are saying and join in the local conversation around events and such like. People might be asking questions about your town, so you can be helpful and chip in with information around that. Sticking with the same example, you could follow terms around clothing, fashion, and indeed hashtags, very important hashtags on Twitter, related to your retail clothing business. So hashtag fashion, for example. London Fashion Week going on at the moment, so you'd want to follow. I'm not sure what the hashtag is for that, but you want to follow the hashtag for that, and perhaps even the term London Fashion Week. So I'll come on to some tools in a minute on how you can actually listen, but there's a few ideas there. Another thing that you can do is listen around your company. So what a lot of people miss is actually tweets from your website. So particularly if you're blogging on your website, somebody could actually tweet out your blog post, but unless they actually mention you, you're going to miss that. So it's a good idea to look for your website name and also the name of your company, not just obviously you're going to pick up your @username when that's mentioned from your mentions area, notifications area on Twitter, but a good idea to actually all the business terms, business names that you're using, website names that you're using, to actually listen for those as well. So we're talking about Twitter listening. Thanks for everybody who's joining in. Do please ask me questions. Let me know what you're drinking today. I've got an excellent cup of Guatemalan coffee here from @podcoffee. You can find them on Twitter in Cheltenham. They do mail order if you're in the UK, maybe even abroad. Not too sure about that. Water. Thanks for that. Water's a good way to keep the brain hydrated, and the energy levels up, as is caffeine. So, thanks for everyone who's just coming on now. So, we're talking about Twitter listening, and we've looked at the sort of type of terms that you might want to listen for, and why, because it's all part of conversation. Listening is a very important part of conversation. And now I'm going to talk to you about three ways to actually listen. So, three ideas here. So first of all is Twitter's advanced search. Now, advanced search is kind of what I call Twitter's best kept secret because it's actually quite hard to find. So you can find it, usually the best way to find it is to set up a bookmark for it actually. It's twitter.com search dash advanced. Even though they call it advanced search, for some reason they've decided to put the URL as search the other way around, search dash advanced. You can also find the link to it after you've got some standard results up from the standard Twitter search. But that's pretty useful because you can then search by location, keywords by location, and some other filters in there as well, even sentiment filters. So advanced search on Twitter, pretty cool. But the disadvantage with that is that you have to go in manually each time and run a search. So if you use a tool called TweetDeck, second suggestion, that is a pretty useful way of monitoring words around your business, around your location, and hashtags. Also, one I haven't mentioned, say you're running a competition or a draw, you can monitor the hashtag that you've set up for that competition or draw, or likewise if you've used a hashtag for an event, you can monitor all the activity about the event. Big event going on in New York at the moment, Periscope Summit, so the hashtag for that is hashtag Periscope Summit. So to join in with that conversation, you can follow and listen for that hashtag. So you could use the standard search for that, or you could just click on the hashtag to do that. But TweetDeck, handy way of doing it because you can set up columns. TweetDeck's owned by Twitter, so it's got the same look and feel. It's just web based, and you can have just a whole series of columns up there monitoring all your different terms. So next suggestion, third suggestion, and final in terms of tools is one you might not know of called Twilert. Funny name, but TWILERT, so it's twilert.com. And that kind of like works in the same way as Twitter Advanced Search. In fact, it uses similar sort of filters. But the beauty of it is that you get the results emailed to you. So it saves you actually having to go in there and run searches on a regular basis. So nice to get the results in your email inbox. I believe you can trial a month for free. But after that, there is a small monthly charge, which rises according to how many terms you're actually searching for. I'm quite a regular user of Twilert, and I'm actually featured as a case study on Twilert.com, so you could have a look at that and how I've been using Twilert. Okay, so I think that's all today with regard to Twitter listening. Possibly try and get in a quick broadcast tomorrow, but as I've mentioned during this week, I'm at a conference tomorrow at a business show, Connect Business Day here in Cheltenham at the Pavilion. So I'm on a panel there answering some questions, so do come along and ask me some live questions. And I've also got a stand, so it's going to be a busy old day tomorrow, but I'll try and get in a broadcast if I can. Certainly be doing a bit of periscoping from the show itself, and perhaps I'll just drop in a few Twitter tips around that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with you tomorrow or Friday when I'll be coming to you from Dublin because I'm over there for a few days. So enjoy your day. If you've got any questions on Twitter, do please let me know at intranetfuture on Twitter. And you can find me on social media at intranetfuture. For more Twitter tips, please sign up to my newsletter, which you can sign up for via my website.